I believe that despite of my pessimistic view of the US-Russian, Russian-American relations, despite of my pessimism with respect to any formula of the American policy towards Russia, if Russia remains unchanged, there is at least one glimpse of optimism. And my optimism is related to the fact that for the first time in Russia's history, Russian population is much more ready for democracy, for independent institutions, for new rules of the game. 68% of Russians now vote, well, think at least, think about priority and priority of democratic institutions, and they support democratic. 43% of Russians, can you imagine, still, despite of this anti-American propaganda, every day in anti-American propaganda, 43% of Russians still view the United States as benevolent country. 72% view the European Union as benevolent entity.
On the specific point of the architecture, we had a view that it was not a good thing for the United States of America to have a defense against ballistic missiles and our allies not. And the system that had been deployed, the rudimentary capability at Fort Greely and Vandenberg Air Force Base, gave us the ability to defend continental United States against an Iranian long-range threat. Europe had no comparable capability. In 2002, the alliance at the Prague summit had concluded that there was a missile threat to Europe and that missile defense was a technologically feasible response to that threat. But if we had Jaap de Hoopskeffer here today and we put him on sodium pentothal or we subjected him to enhanced interrogation techniques, actually I don't even think we would have to do that. I think he would tell you that between 2002 and 2007, almost nothing happened in Europe on missile defense. Once the Bush administration decision was made, we got a lot of movement on the defense against the short and medium-range threat, because the idea was to have Europe step forward and provide the short and medium-range defense using MEADS, PAC-3, THAAD, and bolt on to the long-range capability that the U.S., Poland, Czech Republic, Denmark, and the UK were providing to defend against the long-range threat, providing an integrated, layered defense against the short, medium, and long-range threat, and providing the ancillary benefit, as Mike said, of also providing additional coverage and defense of the United States, providing us with a shoot, look, shoot capability against an Iranian missile. I don't think anybody, at least I don't feel I have anything to apologize for that. Defending the United States of America is what taxpayers pay the Department of Defense to do.